Hey guys, welcome back to Manyushi Vlogs. This is the last part of our Vietnam series. If you haven't watched the previous videos of the Vietnam travel series, we'll leave a link to the playlist in the description. Do check it out. In this video, we'll be taking you on a guided city tour of Da Nang. So if you're planning your Vietnam trip or just love discovering new destination, this one's for you. Make sure to watch till the end because we'll also be sharing some important takeaways and lessons from our entire Vietnam trip that might help you plan yours later. For our last day in Vietnam, we once again booked a guided city tour through Klook, which covered Ling Ung Pagoda, which is basically a marble statue of Lady Buddha, Marble Mountains, and Hoi An Ancient Town. This tour included pickup and drop facilities. Although they had mentioned specific pickup points, when we contacted the driver, he was kind enough to pick us up directly from our resort. We'll be mentioning everything that was included and not included in the package on the screen, so do check that out if you're planning something similar. And with that, let's get right into the day. Our first stop was Ling Ung Pagoda, which was a 30 minutes drive from our resort. On the way, our guide told us some interesting facts about the Lady Buddha. Make sure to use the referral code displayed on the screen to get a 400 rupees discount on your Klook bookings.
This is a temple. It's not pagoda. It is temple. Inside a temple, they used to worship some real humans, some people. And inside the pagoda, they used to worship.
The people of Vietnam consider Lady Buddha to be their mother, who protects them from any natural calamities. The atmosphere here feels calm and grounding, a beautiful way to begin the day. Set on the Son Tra Peninsula, Ling Ung Pagoda offers a stunning view of coastline along with a deeply serene spiritual vibe. Like any other temple, you're required to remove your footwear before you enter, and they also provide you a skirt to cover your legs.
पीछे एक मंदिर है जहाँ पे हम प्रे किया और अब हम मेन लेडी बुद्धा का स्टैचू देखने के लिए जा रहे हैं।
तो हम लोग जो है अभी उस पार जा रहे हैं, देखते हैं क्या है।
This place is all about quiet gardens, sea views, and peaceful energy. As you look up at Lady Buddha, you can't help but feel a sense of calm and awe. It's not just a statue, it's a symbol of peace watching over Da Nang. Like many guided tours, there was also a stop at a marble souvenir shop. It wasn't mentioned in the itinerary. For us, we would have probably preferred a bit more time at Marble Mountain or Hoi An instead. But it really depends on what you enjoy during a guided tour.
ये यहाँ का जो है वो है जैसे थाईलैंड का जेम्स गैलरी था, वैसे यहाँ का मार्बल गैलरी है।
From there, we headed to the Marble Mountains, where our guide arranged for the tickets for us. At the entrance, you have two options. You can either climb a short flight of stairs or take the elevator up. Since the weather was clear and pleasant, we decided to take the stairs. It was actually a nice little workout and a great way to slowly take in the surroundings before exploring further.
कहाँ जा रहे हैं हम लोग?
हम लोग मार्बल माउंटेन के टॉप पे जा रहे हैं, हेवन जा रहे हैं
हम लोग हेल क्यों नहीं गए?
हाँ,
हम लोग हेल क्यों नहीं गए?
क्योंकि आज वेदर अच्छा है तो हमें हेवन जाने का मौका मिल रहा है।
Okay, everyone, let's go. Be careful.
The Marble Mountains are a cluster of 5 limestone hills, each representing one of the 5 elements: metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. We explored the most popular mountain, which is a home to the ancient caves, Buddhist temples, and panoramic viewpoints. One of the most fascinating parts here is the symbolic journey through the caves, from the darker hell section representing karma and judgment to brighter openings that symbolize heaven and enlightenment. As we moved through the caves, our guide told us about the significance of each of the stops.
You can see one Buddha said, before 19th century, local people came here carving on the marble like handmade. No machine. So beautiful, right? and we pray for your health and happiness. On the Buddha statue, Our Lady Buddha statue, you can see. Okay, it's too difficult to have baby. You can wish baby here very nice. Yeah. After marriage, I need 4 years to have baby, and I wish, and I have one son already in the birth.
One of the most fascinating things we learned here was about the Vietnamese cultural roots. Our guide told us that ancient Vietnamese people spoke Vietnamese but were actually writing using Chinese characters. So for centuries there was this beautiful cultural overlap between Vietnam and China. Our guide also shared a really interesting story about Buddha. Initially, the idols people worshipped were inspired by Indian depictions of Buddha. The ancient Champa civilization was heavily influenced by Indian culture through trade routes. They practiced Hinduism and Shaivism. You can still see evidence of this at My Son Sanctuary, a UNESCO World Heritage Site near Hoi An.
This windy will bring all your unhappiness and bad luck out of you too. You should feel only happy and lucky. If who don't believe, tomorrow just go to the casino, try some game, you will win, I'm sure, okay?
It's fascinating how Indian culture traveled all the way here through trade routes and shaped Vietnam's spiritual history. Over time, Buddhism became more dominant, but those early influences are still visible today. After exploring the caves, we were welcomed by these beautiful gardens with intricate statues all around. It's such a serene contrast to the dramatic cave vibes. From the Marble Mountains, we headed towards the Hoi An Ancient Town, one of the most charming and well-preserved heritage towns in Vietnam. Today, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its mustard yellow buildings, wooden shops, and of course, the iconic lanterns that light up the town at night. This is the entrance of the Old Town area. It's mostly a pedestrian zone. No cars, just people walking around and soaking in the vibe. You can even rent a bicycle and explore the streets at your own pace. It does get quite crowded, especially in the evening, but once the lanterns light up the entire town, the atmosphere becomes absolutely magical, and honestly, it's totally worth it.
Follow me, please.
Our guide brought us to one of the historic Chinese temples here, and these large spiral incense coils hanging from the ceiling are lit as prayers for health, prosperity, and long life. This place gets pretty crowded, so our guide advised us to be a little extra careful about our belongings here. Our guide brought us near the Cham restaurant, and right across from here is the official ticket counter for the boat rides in Hoi An. This is where you can buy a ticket for a short ride on the river and release those beautiful paper lamps onto the water. Before going for the boat ride, we stopped at Cham restaurant for dinner. They had a whole vegetarian spread, something like a masala papad, sticky rice and delicious aubergine gravy, some soup, rice paper rolls that we had to assemble ourselves which tasted mostly like spring rolls. There were a few more dishes on the table and everything felt so authentic and comforting. On our own, we hadn't really explored the Vietnamese cuisine beyond banh mi, so this was a great experience. Sometimes the local sellers may try to overcharge you for the paper lamps that we release onto the waters, but it usually costs around 10,000 VND. Post our dinner, we stepped onto the boat and slowly drifted along the river, surrounded by glowing lanterns on every side. The reflections of the lights on the water made everything feel almost dreamlike. There was a soft breeze in the air, Vietnamese music playing in the background, and despite the crowd around us, the moment surprisingly felt peaceful. Before going on the boat, they make you wear life jacket, which is completely understandable for safety reasons. One small challenge though, most of the boat rowers don't really speak English, so communication can be a little tricky. For example, if you want to remove the life jacket briefly for a photo, you'll probably have to rely on gestures more than words. That's what we did. Whenever you want to take photos, just be prepared to communicate creatively. For us, he took us to the shore and gave us a moment to click some photos, but that was really difficult to convince him to do. Besides that, they do carry lighters and help you light the lantern, so that part is pretty smooth. After dinner, our guide gave us some time to explore the Hoi An town on our own. The streets are lined with shops and you'll notice a lot of branded looking stuff. but most of them are replicas, so you can often get them at a lower price. And yes, bargaining is very common here, so if you're good at negotiation, you might score some great deals. Later on, we headed to Faifo Cafe, which is famous for its rooftop view of the town. From the menu at Faifo, we tried the salt coffee, the Faifo special, and a brownie. To be completely honest, the taste didn't stand out to us. It was decent, but nothing extraordinary. However, the rooftop view is definitely the real highlight here. The ambience and the panoramic night view of Hoi An makes it worth visiting. From up there, you can see the glowing lanterns, the river, and the yellow heritage buildings all lit up. It's honestly one of the prettiest views in Hoi An at night. Just us, coffee, and this glowing city, the perfect fairy tale ending to our Vietnam story.
तो फिर हम लोग वापस आ चुके हैं, मतलब हम लोग अपनी बस का वेट कर रहे हैं और उसमें बैठे हुए हैं परिजनों का। लेकिन जो है हमें ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कि हम लोग होई आन को कैसी रेटिंग दें। हम इस बात पे डिस्कस करना चाहेंगे, बताइए आप क्या कहती हैं।
मतलब ओकेश था। द ओनली थिंग गुड अबाउट इट वॉज दैट बोट राइड। उसमें भी मतलब फ़ोटोज़ वोटोज़ तो ना एक्सपेक्ट करिएगा कि बहुत अच्छी आएंगी, बट हाँ ओवरऑल ओकेश एक्सपीरियंस था। बाकी तो बस थोड़ी लिट सी मार्केट है जहाँ पे आपको अगर बार्गेनिंग
मुझे
करनी
थोड़ा
आती है।
लखनऊ महोत्सव लगा और दूसरी बात ये यहाँ पे लखनऊ महोत्सव वाला वो जैसे उड़ाते हैं वो भी था, और यहाँ पे नाजा मार्केट जैसे चोर बाज़ार भी है।
हाँ, एप्पल के हेडफोन्स, पता नहीं क्या क्या, एयरफोन्स, एयरपॉड्स, सब कुछ मिल रहा है
और यहाँ पे अपने बटुए संभाल के रखिए, क्योंकि हो सकता है कि आपका वो बटुआ बाद में किसी शॉप में बिकता हुआ मिले।
ये हमें हमारे गाइड ने वार्न किया था, तो थोड़ा केयरफुल रहने की ज़रूरत है यहाँ पे।
और हम लोग ने यहाँ पे पहली बार वेज चमचम रेस्टोरेंट एंड बार से वेज वियतनामीज वेज डिशेस ट्राई की, जो कि मुझे अच्छी लगी। तो गुड।
With this, we ended our day. Other than Bana Hills and the guided city tour, Da Nang has so much more to offer. We also heard that there's usually a government-organized countdown festival and fireworks around the Da Nang beach and Han River area on New Year's Eve. We were too tired to go, but if you're visiting during that time, you can definitely check it out for the festive vibe. Before we end this vlog, here are a few important takeaways from our Vietnam trip, especially if you're planning to visit Da Nang. You can spend your mornings at Mai Khe Beach, explore quieter stretches like Star Beach, take a night cruise at the Han River, or even go kayaking early in the morning in and around the city. English is not very commonly spoken everywhere, especially among the local masses, so make sure you keep Google Translate handy. If you're a vegetarian, please be careful while ordering your food. Not everything labeled vegetarian is strictly vegetarian as per the Indian standards, so always double check. For Indian travelers, Vietnam is actually a very budget-friendly international destination because of the currency difference. Compared to many other countries, it's quite affordable. One of the very important tips is, please cross-check your visa and passport details properly. We have heard about a fellow traveler who had an issue with the incorrect information on their visa, which caused a lot of last-minute stress. So just verify everything carefully to avoid hassle. One quick thing that we want to mention, while coming back to India via Kuala Lumpur, one of our bags was stopped during the security check. They thought we were carrying a foldable knife, which was actually just a small face mirror that we had bought as a souvenir. Because of the hinge, it looked suspicious on the scanner. So if something like this ever happens, don't panic. The security staff are very helpful. We simply showed them what it was and everything was sorted in a minute. With this, we come to an end of our Vietnam travel series. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the comment section below and we'll be happy to help. If you haven't checked our other travel vlogs, please check it out. We'll leave a link in the description and on the end screen. We have a lot more travel and lifestyle videos planned for you, so stay tuned. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. It genuinely motivates us to create more. You can also follow us on Instagram for more travel clips, quick updates and little glimpses of our everyday life together. Until next time.